Welcome to BookFlash, classic stories lightning fast. What happens when you strip away society and leave only survival? Today's pick, Lord of the Flies by William Golding, a haunting tale of boys stranded on an island in the brutal unraveling of civilization itself. Published in 1954, Lord of the Flies is a modern classic that explores human nature, power, and the thin veneer of civilization. Set during an unnamed war, the novel follows a group of British schoolboys who survive a plane crash and find themselves stranded on a deserted island with no adults. What begins as an innocent adventure quickly descends into chaos as leadership. Struggles, fear, and primal instincts take over. Golding's novel is a chilling allegory about the darkness within all of us and what happens when rules are gone. A plane carrying British boys crashes on a remote island during wartime. The only survivors are the boys, aged roughly 6 to 12. They're thrilled at first. No grown-ups, no rules, just freedom. Two boys emerge as early leaders. Ralph, elected chief, represents order and democracy. Jack, leader of the choir boys, represents savagery and the desire for control. They use a conch shell to call assemblies a symbol of structure and cooperation. Ralph emphasizes building shelters and keeping a signal fire on the mountain so rescuers can find them. Jack, however, grows obsessed with hunting pigs and providing meat. The younger boys, or litlins, become fearful, especially of a mysterious beast they believe lives on the island. Jack and his hunters kill their first pig, celebrating with painted faces and tribal dances. As Jack's group becomes more violent and primal, Ralph's authority weakens. Simon, a quiet, introspective boy, begins to suspect the real beast is within them, not a creature, but their own fear and savagery. When a dead parachutist lands on the mountain, the boys mistake it for the beast. Jack seizes this fear to challenge Ralph and form his own tribe. He sets up camp at Castle Rock and lures boys away with promises of meat and fun. They put a pig's head on a stick as an offering to the beast, the grotesque Lord of the Flies. Simon discovers the truth. The beast is just the parachutist's corpse. Rushing to share this, he stumbles into one of Jack's tribal dances, where the frenzied boys mistake him for the beast and brutally kill him. His death marks the complete loss of innocence and rationality. Ralph and Piggy try to reason with Jack's tribe. Roger, Jack's sadistic ally, rolls a boulder from Castle Rock, killing Piggy and shattering the conch shell. With that, all trace of order is gone. Ralph becomes a hunted fugitive. Jack's tribe sets the forest on fire to flush Ralph out. Just as Ralph is about to be captured, he collapses on the beach and looks up to see a naval officer. The officer is shocked by the boy's appearance and behavior. Ralph weeps not with joy, but for the loss of innocence and the darkness they all now carry. Civilization versus savagery. Ralph symbolizes order. Jack symbolizes primal instincts. The island becomes a battleground between these forces. Boys begin as proper English school children. Their descent into savagery shows how thin the line is between order and chaos. Golding argues that evil isn't external, it lives inside us. The beast is a projection of the boy's own fear and violence. Democracy. Ralph is eventually overtaken by authoritarianism and fear. Jack, the conch versus the spear. Fear of the unknown transforms the boys, driving irrational actions, violence, and groupthink. Ralph, elected leader who tries to maintain order and rationality. Jack, antagonist who becomes a brutal, power-hungry tribal leader. Piggy, intelligent and logical, but physically weak and often ignored. Simon, spiritual and insightful. represents innate goodness and truth. Roger, Jack's right hand. Sadistic and increasingly violent Sam and Eric, Samric, twins, who try to stay loyal but are eventually coerced. The conch shell, authority, democracy, and order, shattered with Piggy's death. The Lord of the Flies, a pig's head on a stick, represents evil, fear, and the true beast. Piggy's glasses, logic and scientific thought, used to light the fire stolen by Jack, the signal fire, hope of rescue and connection to civilization. Neglected as savagery rises, the island, a microcosm of the world, paradise turned into hell. Maybe there is a beast. Maybe it's only us. The thing is, fear can't hurt you any more than a dream. Ralph wept for the end of innocence, the darkness of man's heart. What are we? Humans or animals or savages? Focus on the central allegory. The island represents society. The boys equals humanity. Jack versus Ralph equals chaos versus order. Use the symbolism. Always mention the conch, Lord of the Flies, the fire, and Piggy's glasses. Address Golding's message. Discuss his belief that evil is intrinsic to human nature. Compare characters. Ralph versus Jack or Piggy versus. Roger offers rich essay angles. Include context. Golding was a World War II veteran. The book reflects fears of global conflict, fascism, and human brutality. Lord of the Flies is a powerful reminder that civilization is fragile, and what lies beneath is darker than we imagine. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to BookFlash, where classic books come to life in a flash.